Introducing a new podcast. Karen Hunter is awesome.
If you like me on SiriusXM Urban View Channel 126, you're gonna love me. And Karen Hunter is awesome. Hey, this is Karen Hunter, host of the Karen Hunter Show on SiriusXM's Urban View. Karen Hunter is awesome is an actual podcast to bring heat and energy and knowledge and power. A 1-2 punch that I don't think you get anyplace else. Tell the truth. So check out the podcast wherever you get your podcast. You will not be disappointed.
Karen Hunter is awesome. A new podcast from Karen Hunter.
Let's go to Thomas in Kentucky. I've avoided this story, but let's see, Thomas, you are bringing some mess on a Friday. I may be here for it. Hi.
It's foolishness.
It is. Come on with it. Come on. Come on with it.
I love the foolishness. I want Roderick's opinion on the foolishness going on in Fox. Everybody. Everybody. From Jason Whitlock to all of them.
Okay. I got you. Okay. So we got a couple things happening here. First of all, if you want the long version, check out the Blackout Tips podcast. We got an episode that came out recently called WTFS1. So I give like a long breakdown because I love mess and I love tea. But a hairdresser, a makeup artist, I believe, is suing Fox for 17 counts of sexual harassment. Says it's a toxic workplace environment, toxic culture. The main person she points the finger at is actually Skip Bayless, who she said offered her $1.5 million to sleep with her.
And she said no.
And she said no.
He said no.
I'm guessing he didn't counter offer because 1.5 when you making $8 million a year is pretty much your highest offer, right? Like I feel like he started with the highest. If that's true, allegedly, but if he started with 1.5, I feel him on not counter offering. She was gonna say no to 2.
Yes.
And he was so pressed, according to her, that even after that, she had to tell him, I believe I might have ovarian cancer. I'm getting surgery on to keep him from being interested in having sex with her.
And aren't you married?
Yes. And
his response.
He was like, your daddy a Muslim, he probably had many wives. And she took offense to that, as most people would, which is reasonable. The thing that's funny to me is on the Skip Bayless front, though, is can you imagine the single most argumentative man on the planet? And he wants you, and you tell him no, but that's what he do for a living. He think it's still part of the game? Like, no, we not on TV. I said no. It's not. You can't pay up 12 bullet points. You can't talk your way into my drawers. It's not gonna happen. So I just can't. She must have been going through hell. But so that's the main part of her allegations. But there's the part that took off, that got real spicy, is Joy Taylor, who is a woman who works at Fox Sports 1. She's on like Speak for Yourself or whatever the morning shows are over there. They got them weird names, Breakfast Ball and the facility, them weird
Breakfast
names.
Ball. Oh.
Right. I don't know who be naming them, but okay.
The guy that called up with the damn YouTube.
Yeah, exactly. So it sounded like her and Joy was actually pretty tight at one point. She did obviously a lot of Joy's makeup and hair or whatever stuff, but Joy was never really with the same program that Miss Faraji was on. She was on some like, listen, I come here to work, no play. We do our jobs and we go home. And Joy was like, girl, listen, if you have sex with some of these people around here, you can come up, okay? It's work for me. What? Allegedly. She's like, I'm sleeping with, I think his name is Charlie Dixon or something. He's like one of the head of content over there. And she was like, look, it's done worked out. He done put me on these TV shows. All this according to Miss Faraji. You can read it in the lawsuit for yourselves, guys. But Joy was on some like, you need to get with the program. Faraji's like, nah. And she kept telling her, she would warn her, like, if you sleep with this person, it might be a bad look. And Joy's like, girl, don't worry about it. And so later on, Joy allegedly started sleeping with Emmanuel Acho, who's a dude that works there, that you may know him from the Tough Conversation with a Black Man or whatever he was calling those things.
We interviewed him here.
Not a fan. Not a fan.
Me either. He's a fan. He's a fan. He's a fan.
Yeah, exactly.
Creepy ass. Okay. No.
Yeah. Handsome brother and all that stuff. Like, I don't want y'all to think that I'm calling him like, I just what he stand for, I don't stand for. We different.
Same.
So allegedly, according to Miss Faraji, Joy started sleeping with this dude at the job, right? And she didn't know both times. For Miss Faraji was just kicking it with Joy like friends. And then these dudes would show up to the dinner, pay for everything or whatever. And she like, what? Girl, don't you know that's our bosses? And Joy like, girl, don't worry about that. Emmanuel Acho, she like, girl, I went down the hall. That dude work here. That I saw at your crib the other day. And Joy's like, yeah, but don't worry about it. She said, well, what's gonna happen when the head of content, who's also married, what's gonna happen when he find out you in here banging this dude? She said, well, if that happens, according to this lawsuit, I will tell everybody that the content manager forced himself on me. Right. Now, here's the thing. Putting that in the lawsuit is a move, right? Because that's a move. Because when the lawsuit dropped, Joy Taylor got one or two choices. She either gonna have to have your back and be like, you know what, sisters together, we all talk about women's empowerment, I'm with you. Or she's like, that woman's lying. To put that in there and basically preemptively block her from being able to say, hey, it's a lot of powerful men around here. I did what I had to do, but I never was really cool with it. You done took that off the table for her. So now, to me, it felt personal. Like whatever happened.
Duh. Yeah, it was personal. It was
okay.
Personal.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't talk about it because it ain't none of my business. It ain't my ministry. Ain't what I do here, but it's Friday, so I'll allow it.
Right. Okay. I appreciate that. And so the other thing, now, this is why I think it may have been personal.
Okay.
Miss Faraji comes towards Joy multiple times for support. And she said Joy told her, get over it. Like, even when that Mr. Dixon dude grabbed her butt at the party, Miss Faraji, who's married, is like, hey,
yeah.
First of all, you're supposed to be messing with Joy, you married son of a,
right.
And then
or your wife.
Of all, right, you're supposed to be like, you're not. So like you triple dipping right now. Like, I don't even get down like this. She goes to Joy like, you need to get your man. And Joy said, girl, you need to get over that. Let it go. So I think from that point on, it was beef. And so that's why Joy is in the lawsuit. But because it's a woman, everyone turned into like, they really want to talk about Joy sleeping with everybody. They don't really care about the powerful men.
That's all I saw. That's all I saw. Like, and then, but then Jason Whitlock.
Okay, now that's my favorite part.
Okay,
so Jason Whitlock used to work there. Okay, Jason Whitlock used to work there, right? He got his own show now. He ain't been hot. He ain't been popping. Don't nobody care about his opinions about sports. He don't even talk about sports, really. He just talk about
black women
and stuff.
Go ahead. Yeah.
So this fool did his show, and there's like 16 seconds of this out there somewhere if Smears grab it. But he goes on his show and talks about how he didn't know because he knows what he's capable of. And if he would have known, because he could tell what she's doing with that rack and that peanut butter skin. And then he goes back and talks about that rack one more time. And I think everyone on the internet had the same thought, which is, Jason Whitlock, did you think you had a chance with Joy Taylor? Is that what you're trying to tell us? Because what reality is that? Because I don't see it. So there you go. Y'all caught up.
Okay. Thank you, Roderick. That was very satisfying. I appreciate you. I
love Venice.
No, Smith, don't play the clip. That's cussing on my airways. I don't want to hear from Jason Whitlock and what he could do.
I can do an impression of it if y'all need.
Okay, go ahead. I prefer that. Come on.
And that peanut butter skin and that rack. She knew what she was doing.
Y'all can hear more of this on the Black Guy Who Tips. It was this past week?
It was this week. Yeah, it was so good. I did impressions of Skip, Stephen A, Skip, Shannon, Skip, Jason Whitlock. Skip. It was fun. Okay. They're not great impressions, but it was fun.
Your impression game and my impression game seem very similar.
It's about the heart. I love it. It's about the heart.
It is. It's the intent. It's the intent. All right. Apparently more people want to talk about this. Y'all, we ain't talking about this no more because we don't care.
Oh, they won't.
But maybe. Okay. But maybe we do care a little bit.
Introducing a new podcast. Karen Hunter is awesome.
If you like me on SiriusXM Urban View Channel 126, you're gonna love me. And Karen Hunter is awesome. Hey, this is Karen Hunter, host of the Karen Hunter Show on SiriusXM's Urban View. Karen Hunter is awesome is an actual podcast to bring heat and energy and knowledge and power. A 1-2 punch that I don't think you get anyplace else. Tell the truth. So check out the podcast wherever you get your podcast. You will not be disappointed.
Karen Hunter is awesome. A new podcast from Karen Hunter.